Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. Coming up in the next half hour, the county executive-elect is holding listening sessions to give residents a platform to voice their concerns. Plus, the deadline to enroll in the Affordable Care Act is fast approaching. We'll tell you what you need to know. And later, how this young Rockville girl is training to take the junior title of American Ninja Warriors. But first, County Exec Ike Leggett took to the airways this week. It was a chance to say goodbye to a specific sector of the county's population. Leggett was the guest on the county's Spanish language radio show, Montgomery al Dia. It airs weekly on Radio America. During the show, the executive talked about some of the accomplishments and challenges during his administration. He also reminded Latino residents how important they are to the cultural and economic fiber of the county.
I do not consider the Hispanic community just a community of Latinos, but it embraces the entire Montgomery County area, so it's not our community. It is, as a Latino, it is the entire community of Montgomery County. So even though I do not speak Spanish, and I'm really sad that I do not, I consider myself in many ways, identify myself with the entire Latino community.
Montgomery al Dia was launched in 2012 as an additional tool to reach out to the county's fast-growing Hispanic population. It's hosted by our very own Lorna Virgili. Make sure to check it out on County Cable Montgomery or the county's YouTube channel. The Wheaton Revitalization Project has marked a milestone. It has now reached ground level. County Exec Ike Leggett and other officials toured what will become a 14-story county office building. 4 parking levels and the infrastructure are completed. The $179 million project is being led by MCDOT. It's one of the largest county projects ever constructed.
This project is about delivering on a promise that I made to the residents and the businesses of this area, because far too often we heard complaints about what we were doing in other parts of the county. The revitalization in Silver Spring, the great efforts that we made in Bethesda, the challenges that we face and overcome at White Flint, and even our Shaded Grove project. All of those projects we've been able to move forward, but for some reason we were not able to push this project forward a little bit sooner.
The project will transform Wheaton's Central Business District. It will be a mixed-use, transit-oriented development. It'll also include nearly 400 parking spaces, retail space, and a new town square. For more info, go to wheatonproject.com. County Executive-elect Marc Elrich and his transition team are holding a series of listening sessions. Here's what Germantown residents had to say.
County Executive-elect Marc Elrich wants to know what residents think.
And provide back to the county from an economic standpoint. I know you ran on that, and I'd like to hear a little bit more about that.
To find out, Elrich is hosting 5 public listening sessions throughout the county, like this one held at Kingsview Middle School in Germantown. Questions ranged from his position on the environment, school funding, and the economy.
The parking lot, the Germantown Library, needs the parking spaces, the lines redrawn. You can't see it.
So I will have people look at the library parking lines, and I do think it's a priority to find the library director permanent, absolutely, and to do a better job, frankly, maintaining the libraries.
Giving raises to teachers, and if so, where would you find the money for that? And in addition, would you make a commitment to fully fund the requested budget from MCPS for the operational budget?
My intention is always to try to fund the school budget completely. This county has funded requests and often gone over maintenance of effort because we know that what's needed in the school system is absolutely critical for the future of this county. So my instincts are to make sure that you have the classrooms that you're supposed to have, and then you have the teachers to go in the classrooms, that people are reasonably compensated so that we don't lose teachers to other jurisdictions.
Residents, both young and old, also voiced their opinions about critical issues facing the future of the county.
Plastic straws, mostly given out at restaurants, are one of the most dangerous types of single-use plastics in the world. This destruction is completely unnecessary, considering there are many available alternatives to plastic, which can be more easily recycled, composted, or reused, including paper straws, reusable metal straws, bamboo straws, and even straws.
I agree with you on the straw issue. I do think it's time for us to move past straws, and we do have options that don't cause the problem that plastic straws have. So I think you're on the right track, and I'll talk with my colleagues on the council to see if we can get support for legislation that'll do this.
My question is, where can the citizens of Montgomery County and Germantown read in detail the $8.5 billion that Montgomery County offered to Amazon? Are there tax giveaways, God knows what else, cash, free land, $8.5 billion? Why were residents not even notified that this package existed?
It was mostly a state offer, not a county offer. Almost all the dollars involved came from the state. Almost all the dollars came from deferral of taxes rather than any checks anybody was going to write. And most of that detail is actually available in the legislation that the state legislature passed prior to the governor submitting the offer.
The listening tours will continue until the beginning of December.
Hear from a lot of people. I think people felt they had the chance to actually say something to me meaningful, and I felt great.
Elrich will be sworn into office on December 3rd. Reporting in Germantown, I'm Mitty Hicks for County Report This Week.
Coming up on County Report This Week, how these cuddly teddy bears are bringing comfort to children affected by domestic violence. And don't miss the deadline to enroll in the Affordable Care Act. More on that when we come back. Stay with us.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. For our next consumer alert, we find out about mediation services that the county's Office of Consumer Protection provides. Here's Joy Matthews to explain.
Hello, I'm Investigator Joy Matthews with the Montgomery County Office of Consumer Protection. Our office now offers free expert mediation services to consumers and businesses. Our mediation service is an efficient dispute resolution process without the time and expense of going to court. Mediation sessions are conducted in our office by a trained, impartial mediator. Joining me today is Michael Lang, our volunteer expert mediator who has been working with our office for several years. Mr. Lang taught mediation skills as an adjunct professor of law and has gained experience mediating disputes in numerous courts, government agencies, and even at the United Nations. Welcome, Mr. Lang. Tell us, what is the mediation process and your role as a mediator with our office?
Sure. Well, mediation is a confidential, voluntary process in which a trained, impartial third person, the mediator, assists parties who are having a dispute to to try and work out their differences and come to an agreement. The mediator is there to help, but the power and authority to make a deal rests solely in the hands of the parties themselves.
When you are asked to mediate, what kind of cases do you mediate for our office?
Well, really anything that you send to me, but we have done plenty of cases involving disputes between homeowners and home improvement contractors. We've done a number of disputes involving new home construction. We've done issues involving a consumer who was very unhappy with the furniture that he purchased. So there's really no limit on the kind of cases that are capable of being resolved in mediation.
How are you different from an arbitrator?
Well, there's a big difference. An arbitrator is like a private judge. An arbitrator listens to what the parties have to say and then tells them what they have to do. A mediator listens to what the parties have to say and then tries to help them craft a solution. I mean, I believe that arbitration is a very narrow, focused process. Mediation is much more creative because the range of possibilities is not limited by the law or any contract. It's really what the parties decide they're willing to do.
If you would like to find out more about our mediation services, go to our Consumer Protection website and click on the main tab, and the information will be there.
It's not every day that you see 100 teddy bears at the Bethesda Police Department. Adventure Theater MC provided them for a good cause. They'll go to the county's Domestic Violence Center. The center offers a safe place for victims of domestic violence and their children. As tradition, the center gives teddy bears to every child it helps. Every day, police see mothers and children fleeing their homes to get to the safety of the Family Justice Center. Adventure Theater collected the teddy bears during performances of their original musical, Blueberries for Sal. We would like to remind you that time is ticking away to enroll in the Affordable Care Act. Open enrollment is going on now until December 15th. If you need help with the insurance exchange, don't worry. The county's Department of Health and Human Services is offering free assistance. Also, it's important that people who already have coverage through the Maryland Health Connection renew their policies. They should also check out new medical coverage options. Applications can be submitted online by visiting marylandhealthconnection.gov. You can also go to county clinics and get free help filling out the form. For more info on those locations, please call 311. As part of the Be the One campaign, students are invited to submit a PSA about preventing suicide. The 30-second videos must be produced by middle or high school students in Montgomery County. Winning videos will embody the spirit of the Be the One website. Guidelines for submitting a video are at the address on your screen. Winning PSAs will be shown at local theaters. Deadline for video submission is January 16th, 2019. Good luck. This is possibly a dangerous discovery that more medical waste is being placed in curbside recycling bins by residents. That's according to the County Department of Environmental Protection and its Division of Solid Waste Services. These materials are not acceptable in the county's recycling program. DSWS is reminding residents that their medical suppliers can provide the best methods for disposal. Also, the waste items could contaminate other recycled materials and could pose a health risk to employees that collect and sort these items. For a list of what can be recycled, go to montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling or call 311. Coming up on County Report this week, how this young girl in Rockville is training to wear the title of Ninja Warrior Jr. And the MCPS Latin dance competition sizzled at the Strathmore. That and more when we come back.
Down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout. And this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe. So respect the bus.
Experience the magic at this year's Winter Lights Festival, a dazzling drive-through light festival at Seneca Creek State Park in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Enjoy more than 450 illuminated light displays with 65 animations as you wind your way through Winter Woods, Teddy Bear Land, Penguin Cove, the North Pole, and more. Winter Lights. Experience the magic.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. In Rockville, some playgrounds have become the training grounds for one girl's dream of becoming a contestant on a national TV show. Rock 11's Craig Buchanan introduces us to this Ninja Junior superstar.
You may come to Rockville's College Gardens Park to have a family picnic or to have your kids enjoy the playground. But not Riley MacArthur. She comes to the park for ninja training.
Basically what I do when I look at a park is I say, how can I make this into a ninja course? And when I do, it really helps me train for obstacles.
And her training has paid off. And now she is competing in the first season of American Ninja Warrior Junior. Riley spent her summer vacation training for the show at the Rockville Swim Center and climbing her way to the top of many of Rockville's playgrounds.
Go to the park, play, maybe run a lap around the pond.
Her motivation for all of this effort? Watching others like her succeed on a national stage.
When I was 5 or 6, my dad found a video of Casey Catanzaro beating the city finals course, and that is this is what I want to do. How can I train for this?
And train this 10-year-old has, which is paid off not only by getting on the A&W Junior show, but by meeting her adult heroes from American Ninja Warrior.
I got to meet Barclay Stockett, who did really well this year. All these women I see on the show, and they're all just great role models. I really want to be like them.
Though she and her young opponents from the show may be in it to win it, they're also just as excited to watch each other rise to the top.
I met some of the nicest kids I've ever met, ever. The real reason that I love ninjas is the community.
Rockville's numerous parks and playgrounds and its athletic programs helped shape Riley into the Ninja Warrior she is today, and she'll keep climbing towards future success.
Hopefully they'll have a season 2 and I'll do it again.
Either way, she has her sights set on the grown-up Ninja Warrior show.
I've been planning for it pretty much since I was 7, so hopefully I'll get on when I'm an adult.
You can keep up to date with Riley's training and achievements on her Instagram account, ninja_Riley Mack. And as for her TV debut, this is what she has to say.
You can see me on American Ninja Warrior Junior on Universal Kids from 7 to 8 p.m. on Saturdays.
For County Report this week, I'm Craig Buchanan.
Energetic high school dancers took the stage at the Strathmore to represent their schools. It was the annual MCPS Latin Dance Competition. MCPS TV was there to see the cream of the crop compete.
The invigorating and toe-tapping sounds of salsa, merengue, bachata, and cha-cha filled the music center at Strathmore for the 19th annual Latin Dance Competition. Nearly 200 MCPS students from 9 high schools rehearsed for months in order to be ready for this much-anticipated event.
is a great opportunity for competition, for students to demonstrate the hard work that they've taken while being students and having to do work at school and balancing life in general.
They increase their leadership skills just by performing in front of 2,000 people. It's not easy to be on a stage like that. So they become better persons.
In addition to the dance showcase, the program recognized important community leaders. Council member Nancy Navarro received the Violet for Life Public Service Award. The competition is sponsored by the After School Dance Fund, a nonprofit organization that promotes social emotional development of youth through promotion of health, exercise, cultural diversity, and unity.
Whenever I'm on stage dancing, I feel like I'm free. I feel like I can breathe. I can express myself without being judged. I feel like I can give off what I'm feeling to the audience in such a beautiful way.
I think dancing in general helps everyone come together as a family. It helps us all be united, and it just shows how we are as Hispanics. We love to dance, we love to enjoy with ourselves, we love to be happy.
Gaithersburg High School won Best of Show in the senior division and Northwest High School in the junior division. There were many other winners in several other categories.
The Montgomery County Planning Department is working to make communities more livable, walkable, accessible, and sustainable. Here's more on how they're doing it.
When we're able to see the big picture, we're able to see how our communities are changing in a positive way. We see parking lots and asphalt turning into trees and green roofs and lawns. We see places that have been sort of inhospitable turning into communities and gathering places. And that is a very, very fulfilling and exciting way to see our work that we have been so invested in actually coming into reality. We've really taken planning in Montgomery County in a new direction. Instead of doing large regional plans with thousands of acres, we're doing finer grained plans. They are real, they are not theoretical. We see the actual projects being built as an outcome of those plans. We are not in the business of just doing theoretical planning. We are trying to build communities, and we see that happening with the new projects that we have seen under construction over the last couple of years.
Since I've been on the planning board, and it really hasn't been that long, we've seen a noticeable increase in the quality of projects that have been proposed and increasing responsiveness on the part of developers to elevate the quality design and raise expectations for what we can expect in the suburbs. We need to make sure that we continue to be the kind of place that people who have choices about where to live and work are going to want to be here. So part of that is great design. Some of that is about architecture. It's also about accessibility for biking and walking.
We are here to build communities and to enhance our existing communities, and that's what it's really about.
Coming up on County Report this week, is Gaithersburg part of the no drone zone? We'll have the answer. Plus, take a walk through a wonderful winter of lights at Brookside Gardens. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
We know you have dreams, a great job, a better life. Career success starts at Montgomery College. MC helps you get the hands-on education you need for the job you want. And you can save up to half the cost of attending other colleges. Career success. It's in your future. Start your future now at Montgomery College.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. The city of Gaithersburg is in compliance with FAA rules that allow local governments to operate drones. Nick Smith from Gaithersburg has more.
Hi, I'm Nick Smith of the City of Gaithersburg, and I'm out here at Borer Park with Mayor Ashman, and we're talking about the city's new drone program. Judd, what did we have to do to get this drone?
We had to jump through so many hoops to get the authorizations, to get a couple of FAA licensed pilots on staff. We had to actually hire a contractor to help us notify the airport and get us through that process.
So, all that said, what are we going to do with this?
Well, we're excited because we're going to be able to sort of get some great shots of our events from overhead, of our facilities. We're going to be able to do some inspections of our own properties, places that might be otherwise hard to reach.
So what aren't we going to do with this?
We are not going to spy on our residents. We are not going to use it for law enforcement. In fact, we are not authorized to use it for either purpose.
Is there somewhere that people can go to get all the information about this?
Yes, they can go to the city's website and they can find all our documentation, all the things we have permission to do with it. Find it all on the city's website.
Excellent, thank you so much.
You bet, Nick.
There are some local traditions that make the holidays very special in our county. Walking through the Garden of Light show at Brookside Gardens is one of them. It celebrates 20 years of wowing us with a winter wonderland. It's those twinkling lights and bright screens, add musical performances and other enchanting elements. Well, it's an enjoyable holiday treat for all ages. You have until January 1st to visit. For all the info, go to brooksidegardens.org. And the city of Gaithersburg is all aglow for the holidays. The annual Winter Lights Festival will soon brighten the sky for another spectacular season. When you drive through the 3.5-mile festival, you'll discover lights that glisten the trees and on floating docks in the water. The areas that have themes include Winter Woods, Teddy Bear Land, and the North Pole, plus more. The display of lights at Seneca Creek State Park will be open nightly until December 31st. It will be closed on Christmas, December 25th. For more information, visit the City of Gaithersburg's website. Now it's time to meet our pet of the week. Here we have Quentin. He's a 1-year-old ferret. He's very friendly, playful, and loves to bounce around. As you can see, he has lots of energy and gets along with both animals and humans. Quentin is waiting to bounce into his forever home. Please call the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center at 240-773-5900 or visit Quentin on the web at montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD. With that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. We leave you with images of Rock Creek Regional Park. Rock Creek has so many hiking and biking trails for you to enjoy even in the winter. It's a great park. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. Thank you for watching.
Here's your chance to save money and help the environment. Bring your reusable bag when you shop and you'll save 5 cents for every store bag you don't need. Retailers in Montgomery County charge 5 cents for the plastic or paper bags they provide. Why? Because plastic bags are the biggest single source of stream and waterway litter, causing pollution and flooding. And every year, Montgomery County spends $3 million on cleanup. So do yourself and the environment a favor. Bring your reusable bag when you shop. You'll fight litter and keep the change.
If you think someone might be considering suicide or drugs, be the one to help them by taking these 5 steps. Ask, keep them safe, be there, help them connect, follow up. If you're struggling, call Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. or the 24-hour crisis center at 240-777-4000. Be the one to help. Learn more at betheone.org.